Yeah, because technically Hometown came out, but I actually just recently dropped kind of like a little small project called Pariah. It came out like March 6th. And that's kind of like my most current thing. And it's really funny because I had no idea when I dropped that. Pariah was really a conversation with myself and then released into the world. So when I did that project, I kind of had no idea it was going to be like a perfect mark of the times. And I had no idea this like the whole quarantine stuff was coming. As far as the quarantine stuff, I feel you on the idea of kind of like you couldn't come out of it a different person. I immediately also realized that. But for me, it's been like an interesting journey of not even just music. And that's what I kind of want I want the whole, I guess, lesson of my interview to be a little bit, which is that like music and art imitates life and life imitates art, right? So like the journey of you in your musical journey as an artist or as a painter or whatever, it's going to imitate how your life is. So as your life is maneuvering and the ways your life is kind of evolving, that's also going to reflect in your art. So I think for me, I already am kind of introverted. I don't really, which seems kind of, a lot of people don't really know that about me, but like I kind of, like I'm out and about and I'm at these events and parties and stuff and talking to all these big people because like it's part of my career and my job, right? But like 90% of the time, I'm just chilling. I'm at the crib, you know what I'm saying? I'm cooling out with some friends. I'm not really a big party guy. Unless it's something that I really gotta be, I wouldn't be out there like doing it. So when the quarantine stuff kind of hit and it really started hitting strong, it didn't really affect me too strongly, you know, like, you know, a lot of people were really strongly affected by the isolation and stuff. And in ways it kind of did like affect me in ways, but it was really just kind of cool for me. I was just like, all right, bet. And then I worked on music here and there. My whole thing about music is like, I feel like I'm motivated by just things that excite me in music. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when I meet somebody whose sound is interesting, that intrigues me, I'm like, oh, who's this person? That shit hard, you know? And so I feel like with that, you know, there's always going to be kind of turbulence. And like a lot of people don't want to hear that. But I feel like you got to know how to take a break, you know? You got to know how to sometimes be able to balance your energies and know how to, like, you know, sometimes it's time to work. Sometimes your body and mind will tell you, and your soul will be like, bro, it's not time to work right now. And that's perfectly fine too. You know, I feel like we live in a society where they kind of try to, we're kind of like taught from a young age, like if you're not consistently working, you're doing something wrong. Or if your life's not where it wants to be, where you want it to be, you're doing something wrong. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I feel like you kind of need to be able to balance it, and only you would know what to do for balance. But kind of touching back on the subject of coming out a different person, I feel like the big thing for me is I've kind of really like slowly moved into a really strong spirituality and really kind of solidified my spirituality within myself, which is a huge jump because I kind of went from like not being spiritual at all, like not even having any beliefs, to now being really, really strongly spiritual and actually frankly, understanding and getting a deeper and more robust and profound understanding of just the universe and my place in it. So because of that, I feel like that's really strongly affected my music, and it's affected how I've been able to just craft songs, do things, and just even how I interact with people. Really, it's honestly changed my life. So, yeah. So Miyagi, the whole idea, a lot of people know this because when they heard Miyagi, most people, when they hear that name, they think of like Mr. Miyagi, the wax on, wax off. That's actually not why I named him Miyagi. It's actually like a very subtle anime reference because my all-time favorite just work of anime of all time is Akira. That's my favorite. That's just, I've watched that movie literally like probably hundreds of times, you know? And the creator of Akira actually was born and raised in the Miyagi Prefecture in Japan. So because that anime was so like impactful on me, and it's like my favorite anime, I was like, all right, I'm gonna name the fucking project after him. And that's why if you look through some of the names, like one of the songs called Tetsuo, you know, it's literally like I'm naming it. I loosely named them after like just a lot of anime references and stuff like that, like All Might from My Hero Academia, and then Tetsuo from Akira. I'm trying to think of what the other one. And yeah, the other names weren't really necessarily whatever, but I was like, these are dope names. So I just let them rock. But as far as Miyagi's concerned and like the anime references, I feel like that was kind of my attempt at trying to do instrumental project that I felt like showcased me in two different aspects and two really ginormous pieces of like who I am, you know? And I feel like there's literally, there's kind of like, you know, just my actual identity as like a black guy and like my upbringing and what I was raised in, like just as like, you know, my actual identity and the struggle of just being black and just your life. And then also there's kind of more of my like, I guess, fantasy draw, which is kind of like I've always, since I was a kid, been drawn to like Japanese culture and just Asian culture in general. I thought it was super dope. Like, and that's even why when people see like Ledge with the little Japanese stuff by my name, that Japanese stuff says legend in Japanese. Like, and some people kind of get upset about that, but like I feel like the reason why I always keep that there is because it's literally like a duality of me, you know, like, and just how much of like such a deep respect and reverence I have for like those cultures and a lot of the parallels between struggles and just between how things are, you know what I'm saying, between, I guess, African culture and black culture and like Asian culture, you know? So like I just always loved anime. I've always loved it. I literally came up with my uncles playing anime and like put me onto it. And like I used to sneak and watch Dragon Ball Z because my mom used to think it was too violent, and I would like sneak and watch it when she wasn't paying attention. Like, so literally like, you know, that's always been ingrained in me. It's always been a part of me. And I feel like I was just trying to make an attempt in an instrumental format to be able to let people know like, hey, this is like who I am in certain ways, you know, in a really intriguing and I guess deep way, you know. So I actually have a lot of big plans. The thing that I'm putting most of my energy towards is a new project I'm working on. It's going to be called Senzu. It's technically like, it's going to be a rap project, but it's technically a rap successor to Miyagi. And it's also technically a rap successor to Pariah, which is a rap project. And that whole project is also the same concept of Miyagi, but like Super Saiyan 4, you know, like it's like bumped up 1,000 and like way more refined. I'm taking all the ideas that I had and these original things. I'm just delivering it pre-packaged, a lot more better of a delivery. So, and then on top of that, you know, where I'm planning to go in the future, I don't even think people are ready for that, because I feel like the stuff that I'm trying to do eventually, I'm trying to just like, not necessarily stop rapping, but like, people think that the shit I'm doing right now is out of the box, but like what I got planned that's coming after Senzu and after these things, that's just, I'm doing something, like I'm trying to become a funk artist. Like I'm trying to start becoming like George Clinton and shit. I'm doing completely different stuff. And also as far as other mediums, yeah, I think that, you know, tying it back real quick to the spirituality thing, I low-key realized really what my purpose here is, you know? And like, yeah, I feel like I'm naturally drawn to music and that is in ways my destiny. But I feel like my true destiny is really to be put on earth to help people. It's to help people and help people heal themselves. So I'm trying to find more ways to be able to figure out how to plug my music. And even Senzu is kind of a result of that. It's a result of me figuring that out and putting that into a musical format. So I'm trying to figure out other ways to do it. I have a company called Mount Vernon, and we're trying to figure out more ways to work with charities and do charity things to just give other people, younger people, a chance to be able to do what they want to do, you know, and not feel like they have to be boxed in or feel like they have to like make life choices that fucking suck that they don't want to do, you know. Like I don't think anybody deserves that, you know. And I think the weirdest trick of our society in these times and the times before is this mass trick teaching everybody that they have to do that shit. Like, no, you don't. No, you don't. The only reason we all got to do it is because we all are agreeing that we got to do it. If we all agree we don't got to do that shit, then we don't got to do it no more. Like, so I feel like, you know, like I'm trying to just offer more resources to be able to put people in a better state to then feel better about themselves and then just, you know, raise their vibration and just feel good, you know. Like I feel like that's my goal. That's my grand goal, is just to help people help themselves feel better and feel good. So if I can do that through charity, if I can do it through art, you know, making movies, animating, you know, doing graphic design, anything I can do, that's what I'm trying to do it with, you know. So as long as that's the end goal.